Hello people, hashtag YouTube people, I'm Caleb, and today, that was a weird way of saying today, but today, I'm going to be telling you about my review on WWE Survivor Series 2016 tonight. And it was crazy, and especially Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. If you haven't watched it, you don't even have to watch, you don't even have to watch it. Dude, it is too short. I'll tell you why, and it was so shocking. But first, let's go over all the matches that went through tonight. Pay-per-view matches, we had Rich Swann, TJ Perkins, and Noam Dar versus Drew Gulak and I think two other cruiserweights, I can't remember their names. And of course, the team of Perkins, Swann, and Dar won. And then we had Luke Harper versus Kane, which Kane won by a chokeslam. So that's what happened on the pre-show. Nothing really important. Now, let's get to the main event. Not main event, but main card. So first, we got the 5-on-5 women's traditional Survivor Series match for Team Raw and Team SmackDown. So tonight we had Team SmackDown, which was Women's Champion Becky Lynch, Naomi, Alexa Bliss, and Carmella, and Natalya. Now, I know you guys are thinking, what happened to Nikki Bella? For the ones who didn't watch the preview. So what happened is that this is going to make storylines. Nikki Bella was attacked backstage, and she couldn't compete. So Natalya filled that gap. So she replaced Nikki Bella in the match. So that's what happened. Those 5 women are face off against Team Raw, which was Nia Jax, Alicia Fox, Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Charlotte with Dana Brooke. And in the end, what happened is that not Dana Brooke, why am I saying that? Bayley defeated Becky Lynch with a Bayley to belly to win the match for Team Raw. So Charlotte and Bayley were the last people on Team Raw to win the match for Raw. And of course, Charlotte attacked Bayley straight afterwards because, come on, Charlotte hates Bayley. So that's what happened. But yeah, so Team Raw won that match. Next up, we had the WWE Intercontinental Championship match. And it was so... I was upset because I wanted Sami Zayn to win. I wanted him. This is what happened. Sami Zayn versus The Miz, right, with Maurice. Great match. A lot of high points. You got you have a lot of Miz... You had a couple of Sami Zayn's aerial offense, and he's just awesome. It was amazing. And I was just very upset that it ended with Miz winning the championship. So this is what happened. So Sami Zayn, what he was going for, he couldn't do the hula kick because his legs were being beaten up. But what he did is that in the near end, he got Miz in a figure 4 leg lock, and Miz couldn't get out. Maurice goes to the bell, the timekeeper's area, and rings the bell prematurely. And referee looks behind to make sure that to see what's happening. And Sami Zayn thinks he won, right? You think he won, and Miz tapped out. But what happened is that it didn't because Maurice rang the bell, and Miz never tapped out. And so what happened is that referee tells Sami Zayn he never won the match, and then roll-up pin happens. 1, 2, 3. Sami Zayn loses the Intercontinental Championship match, and it was sad because I wanted Sami Zayn to win because it was now and it's his hometown, right? It's crazy. All the Canadians are losing in these past 2 nights. Ty Dillinger lost to Bobby Roode at TakeOver, and now Sami Zayn loses here at Survivor Series. Man, what's happening, man? We're in Canada. Come on, man. Let these hometown heroes get some wins, man. But yeah, that's what happened. So Miz retains the championship for SmackDown. So that leaves, with all the matches, one win for Raw, 1 win from SmackDown. Next up, we have the 5-on-5 tag team matches. So we got Team Raw, which is the New Day, which are the team captains. You had Cesaro and Sheamus. You got the Shining Stars, Enzo and Cass, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson. And then you have them facing SmackDown, which is the Heath Slater and Rhino. You got the Usos, Breezango, American Alpha, and the Hype Bros. So it was a fairly good match. The end was awesome. I love the end, but I hated just the beginning wise, and it was a waste. And as I'm going to say this before, I've said this to myself a lot, that honestly, in all opinion, Vaudevillains should have actually beaten Breezango, because that tonight made the Breezango looked like a joke, you know? If the Vaudevillains replaced him, it would have made real competition. It would be, granted, it's not the best competition, as, you know, WWE wants it to be, but it would have been better competition where Breezango brings to the table, because they look like jokes. This is what happened. Breezango was going in first. It was like Tyler Breeze, or no, Fandango, and he was giving like stupid Fashion Police tickets to like Xavier Woods outside of the ring when he was like, you know, managing, because he's not fighting in the match. What happened is that Kofi comes in, takes out Fandango, and then Breezango gets eliminated within like the first minute of the match. And then the New Day look like idiots, which looks stupid, by the way, because they're the WWE World Tag Team Champions. And they got taken out just immediately afterwards. I forgot who took them out, but it was, they were eliminated quickly. And that makes no sense to me. But anyway, the match goes, and at the end, Cesaro and Sheamus are the sole tag team to take out Team SmackDown, which I believe, if I remember right, they took out the Usos to win the match for Raw. So 2 to Raw, 1 for SmackDown. Next up, we have the Cruiserweight Championship match, which is Brian Kendrick defending his Cruiserweight Championship against Kalisto. And if Kalisto won, he would have brought the whole Cruiserweight division to SmackDown Live. Honestly, in my opinion, it was in the beginning when Cruiserweights were in WWE, they were awesome. It was fun. But now it's gotten bland, and having Kalisto, not even the fact that he has gotten not much TV time to express and build up to this match, made it just not really a noticeable made it a watchable match. I mean, there were like a couple good points here, but it wasn't as good, you know. And in the end, as making this match a whole total waste for us to watch, what happened is that Baron Corbin comes in, takes out Kalisto, and Brian Kendrick retains by disqualification because he attacked Brian Kendrick first and then took out Kalisto. So that means that Brian Kendrick won by DQ. That's 3 to Raw, 1 to SmackDown. And there was 5 matches tonight, technically, because the Goldberg and Lesnar match does not count as a brand match. So, already seeing it as a way, Raw was the dominant Raw was the most dominant brand here tonight, Survivor Series. And either way, if the last match was the 5-on-5 man's match won or lost, Raw already dominated already. Next match, which is second to last match, of course, took an hour, you know, to make up most of the time, hour and a half or something like that. We had Team Raw, which was Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho, Roman Reigns, and Braun Strowman versus Dean Ambrose, AJ Styles, Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, and Shane McMahon with mascot James Ellsworth. And so there was a lot of good points in the match. I really liked the match. In the beginning it was slow, but then in the end it built it up awesomely. So this is what happened. If I believe right, I'm just trying to think. It was crazy. It was just a crazy match. A lot of high points. I'll just give you some of the highlights of what happened. Braun Strowman comes in. He was going to take out Braun Strowman, and what happens is that Chris Jericho comes in, and he's trying to like make him attack Bray Wyatt, because Bray Wyatt went in the way before Braun Strowman could give a splash to Orton in the corner, and Chris Jericho tells him to attack Wyatt, and we thought the Wyatt reunion was coming back. He has his chokeslam type grip to Jericho, and then what happens is that then Wyatt looks like he's in control, and then he gives his chokeslam grip to Wyatt, and Braun Strowman takes both men out, which is just amazing. It's awesome. It was just awesome to watch. Ambrose was the first man from SmackDown to was eliminated, so he was sent out to the back. What happened is that then, one of the next highlights was Braun Strowman was put through a table by the help of Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, putting him on the table, and then Shane McMahon went on the top rope and flew across out of the ring onto the announcer table and put Braun Strowman through it. Braun Strowman was going to make the count, but underneath the ring, James Ellsworth grabbed Braun Strowman's feet, preventing him from going into the ring. So Braun Strowman was eliminated by countout, and then, oh my god, James Ellsworth is decimated by the stage area where the stage is. threw him off the side through the equipment table, and it was crazy. You never see that before, for at least for a long time, and it was just awesome. It was cool. And then next you had Dean Ambrose coming back out, and he was just attacking AJ Styles because AJ Styles beat up Dean Ambrose for making him making him get eliminated. And so he wanted retribution, so he came out later in the match, of course, and then Dean Ambrose beated down AJ Styles, and then security came in. There was like freaking 20 or 30 security guards, and then Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns were looking on, and they came in and beat the crap out of the security guard at Dean Ambrose, and oh my god, I freaked out because Shield reunion, guys. Oh man, it was just insane. Oh my god, what they did is that all three men, they got, I can't remember, either they got Randy Orton or AJ Styles, they got him in the Shield powerbomb, and they put him through the Spanish announce table, and I was like, oh my god, Shield is back, I'm freaking out, and it was just awesome. Good part of the match, great point, it was amazing. And then, you know, in the end, and it's awesome that they're pushing Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt defeated or pinned Roman Reigns to win Survivor Series match for SmackDown, so 2-3. And you've never seen this because, as you've seen in the past pay-per-views, Bray Wyatt's never really won any major pay-per-view whatsoever. You know, he's like maybe won here, but he's not big. He somehow, with the help of Orton and Harper, and Orton was still in the match, so technically Orton and Wyatt won, but Wyatt pinned Roman. But either way, Wyatt, in a miracle-wise, Wyatt has won a match in one of the big 4 pay-per-views ever. So that is a sign, man, because Bray Wyatt's never have been given a win in major pay-per-views, and he's finally got one. So I'm interested to see where this goes. I'm very interested to see where this whole Wyatt angle goes and see if it gets pursued and stuff, and there's a bigger Wyatt family. I can't wait to see that. If Wyatt even gets a chance at like some title, at the world title or something. I'm not sure, but it would be awesome to see. So yeah, that's what happened. Next up, which is the last match, it is the most anticipated match, called Fantasy Warfare, which by the way I think is a stupid name by it. It sounds dumb. But we have the Beast incarnate with Paul Heyman, Brock Lesnar. That might be the worst Brock Lesnar impression I ever gave. But yes, Brock Lesnar, the Beast incarnate, versus Goldberg. So yeah, we have Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. And this is what happened. It is the most quickest match ever. And I love it, but I hate it because it wasted our time with all this hype. And it just wasted it all down the drain. I mean, it was a great match, just telling you. But it was just a waste, you know, to put out for like an hour of television time these past 3 Raws. So about 3 hours of television time to hype this match up, leading up to a 1.5-minute match. I'm not kidding. 1.5-minute match. Just let that sink in, man. 1.5-minute match. It is the most quickest match ever in WWE history. I mean, maybe not the quickest because, of course, you got, you know, the 6-second one. But it was like one of the quickest non-WrestleMania matches ever. It's crazy. Dude, this is what happened. Brock Lesnar, they have a stare down for like a couple seconds. Brock Lesnar picks him up over the shoulder and he slams him in the corner. And what happened is that then Brock Lesnar and then Goldberg just pushes him, shoves him so hard, and he goes down, and Goldberg was not affected by that corner strike whatsoever. And what happened is that Brock Lesnar comes up, spear already, our first spear, one spear. Oh my goodness, first spear by, oh no, first spear by Goldberg, and it is crazy to see that. I freaked out. I'm like, a spear already. Brock Lesnar goes to the other corner. Oh my god. Goldberg sets up a second spear, another spear, and oh my god, I'm like, dude, he's getting decimated. You can see You can see Paul Heyman praying in the corner saying, please, don't kill my client Brock Lesnar. And it was nuts. Oh my god, 2 spears, and it was crazy, and Brock Lesnar was knocked out. I couldn't believe it. I mean, nobody's taken out Brock Lesnar that badly before, like Goldberg did, like in a minute and a half match. I mean, crazy. You've seen John Cena fight him. John Cena couldn't conquer him. Undertaker tried. He couldn't do it. Heath Slater, yes, I know Heath Slater. He wasn't even an effort, but he tried. You've seen so many stars who faced Brock Lesnar, the wrath of Brock Lesnar, and they couldn't even take him down that badly in a minute and 5, dude. In another WWE match, if you compare anyone but Goldberg to Brock Lesnar, in the first minute and a half, Brock Lesnar would have decimated his opponent, whoever it was. No matter who it is, he would have decimated him. Goldberg just put to shame. He killed him. He killed Brock. You know, it was crazy. And then what happens is that then Goldberg picks him up, puts him over, jackhammer, 1, 2, 3. Minute and a half match, already over. 2 spears, jackhammer. What the hell just happened? It was just insane. So that's what happened, and it's crazy because they say they have a 6-hour show for us. Yeah, it was a lie because we have half an hour left. Half an hour left of a pay-per-view. Dude, that half an hour could have been made up of more memorable moments than just Brock Lesnar being decimated by being squashed. Think about that. Brock Lesnar being squashed by Goldberg in a minute and a half. I mean, if you think about it, just think about it. It makes no sense. Although it's just crazy because it makes no sense because Brock Lesnar for the past 3 years in WWE, so since 2014, he has decimated pretty much anybody that's gotten in his way. And he's fought like pretty much every month. Sometimes he take a month off and then come back. You know what I mean? He's decimated competition for past 3 years. What has Goldberg done? He has not done anything for the past 12 years. And yet Goldberg comes back and decimates Brock Lesnar in a minute and a half. That's like impossible. Impossible. I mean, think about it. It's like in real wrestling, like in Olympic wrestling or whatever, you know? It's like pairing up somebody who has like 8 years of experience, a master at wrestling, facing off a guy who has no experience of wrestling whatsoever, and that guy with no experience beats the guy who had 8 years of WWE of wrestling experience. Just think about that. It makes no sense. But yet it was a good match. It was a shock, you know. So I love that part. It gave me a shock. It gave me like a what happened match. But there could have been more to it, you know. There could have been more moments. It could have been like just like F5s and jackhammers and F5s and spears, and you know, it could have been more memorable. Instead, it was a minute and a half match. It was just, I mean, it's just crazy. It was just crazy night. So that's what happened at Survivor Series. A couple of notable notes that I've also tracked down at Survivor Series. So Shane McMahon was about to take out Roman Reigns during the match for Coast to Coast. He goes up the top to go to connect with the Coast to Coast, but Roman Reigns comes out and spears Shane McMahon, and it was awesome. But oh my goodness, Shane McMahon, I think, is for real injured because doctors had to come in because he couldn't get up, and it looks like he was seriously injured. So Shane McMahon is seriously injured. Hopefully it's not too bad, but he was injured during that match. So yeah, that's what happened. Another notable note is that the Canadian Air Center. My goodness, you could tell because what happens is that every time, so there was a count out, right? And normally WWE crowds would do this. It would be 1, they would go against the referee, right? Go with the referee. 2, Instead, the Canadian crowd, the whole time when all the numbers, when the referee was counting out the count-out, they said 10, 10, 10, and you could tell that they really want Ty Dillinger on WWE. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, so NXT TakeOver the night before, Ty Dillinger was in a great match against the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and we all wanted Ty Dillinger to win because he hasn't won like pretty much ever, and Bobby Roode defeated him last night, and it was crazy, sad to see. And if you remember from that match too, if you stay till the very end, but they were recording Ty Dillinger. Anybody there?
Huh?
You knock?
Yeah.
Alright. Yo, no, I got your text message, Dad.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm just making a video right now.
Yeah, you got 4 minutes, yeah.
Oh, I do have 4 minutes. Alright, thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was my father. Shout out to my father. But yeah. What happened is that they recorded him all the way until he got back through the curtain. So that means it could either it has to be a what do you call it? It has to be a call up. It has to. I mean, they wouldn't do that for Ty Dillinger for nothing. He has worked his butt off for the past several years in NXT. He deserves it, man. He's over at the crowd, over at the 10, 10, 10, 10 chant. And after seeing that too, after looking at it, I've got to say there's a lot of potential. A lot of potential for Ty Dillinger. Because if he was to go to SmackDown Live, which I predict he is, so I'm betting that this SmackDown Live, Ty Dillinger is going to make his debut. Surprise debut. I could imagine him going against the one-on-one with the show-off Dolph Ziggler. I could imagine that. But I could also imagine him going against for the Intercontinental Championship against The Miz. I could imagine that. Could you imagine? You have to imagine it. It would be the coolest thing ever to see. I can imagine it. I'm just wondering if you can imagine. If you imagine it, leave a comment in the comments below. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. That was Survivor Series 2016. Overall, if I was to rate it out of a 5-star match, honestly, I mean, there were a lot of slow points, and they were just some okay points, Survivor Series wasn't maybe as great as it was, okay? I'm not going to say that it was the greatest thing ever out there, okay? But I will say it was a very good pay-per-view. A lot of high points with a lot of cool, shockers and stuff. Goldberg, as they say, I'm going to say this again, Goldberg defeating Brock Lesnar in a minute and five. It's amazing to see that. It's crazy. So if I was to rate this whole pay-per-view out of a 5-star, I would maybe give it a 3.5 stars. It wasn't the greatest. There were a lot of weird points, like with the Cruiserweight Championship match. But there were a lot of good matches, like the IC title match, which was actually a pretty good match. And the tag team eliminations match, that was cool too. And of course, the 5-on-5 match, So yeah, that was Survivor Series 2016. But what were your thoughts? Leave your comments in the section below. Leave your comments and thoughts in the section below. And I hope you guys enjoyed my review. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. And I'm sorry, throughout this whole video, I've been stuttering, or I've been pausing, and I'm just messing up words. It is late here, because I'm living here in Arizona, and it's 9:29 right now, so I have to get to sleep. And I'm just tired, and I'm just shocked, alright? But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you like more videos like this, leave a comment in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give me a like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. And remember, as I will say for the millionth of time and infinite, until I die, I am going to tell you that you are the reason why I make these videos. Because I want to make YouTube great again. Hashtag YouTube for the people. Hashtag make YouTube great again. I love you guys so much. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you guys. I'll see you guys later. Peace.